Hello all. So today I'm going to show you how you can use a open source framework called Promptfoo to evaluate your LLMs. So in our like a lot of time when we work with customers, so they have use cases in terms of where the LLM need to produce a response, but how do we find out which is the best LLM for that use case? I will just try to show you using one of the framework called Promptfoo, which is an open source framework to evaluate an LLM and to carry out some automated test case in terms of how it can be used. So this is a very basic use of it. You can go through more details once I show the details. If you want to extend it for further, you can extend it. So the use case for this demonstration purpose, what I'm trying to show you that I have some raw details of some of the flights, so which I'm trying to create an announcement of it. Let me show the file. Also this code and the details, whatever I'm trying to show you, it is there in my description of the GitHub repo, so where you can download it, can go through it. So I'll try to show it accordingly to that so that it's easily for you to later to go through it if you want to execute it. So these are the some of the sample data I created. So which is these are like a very made up data. So the flight number, destination, time, gate, boarding, these are the details I'm trying to pass it to the LLM and trying to see that can you create an announcement of it. So the announcement, like for example, if you see the row one, it's the like the flight is on time, so it's an on time announcement. The row 3, so which is basically is trying to say that a flight is delayed, supposed to leave at 16:45 but now leaving at 17:30, so this is got delayed. So these are the data and I'm trying to create an announcement. So basically what I'm trying to, when I'm creating an announcement, yeah, that's fine, I created an announcement using a LLM, but how can I can check the accuracy and how can I see that what the LLMs are producing, it is up to the mark in terms of the quality, tone, etc., sentiment and kind of thing. So with the Promptfoo, I will give this file as an input and can write some of the assertion use case, like test cases to validate it, what announcement is coming, it has the right information. For example, this row 3 is a delayed message. So if an announcement is coming, so whether I got the right flight numbers, right destination, the time is correct, and the announcement is coming has the right tone, that it's a delayed message sort of things is coming. So I'm trying to evaluate on this. So for this demonstration purpose, so I have used two of the LLM to evaluate it, and basically from my I enabled these LLMs in my AWS console, like or the Bedrock model access I have enabled it. So one is the Nova Lite, the other is the Claude 3 Haiku. So these are the two models I'm evaluating, and also use one of the use case I told you that I'm evaluating the tone and the professional quality of these responses. So I'm using Nova Pro to do that. So the way this configuration or the file I have worked is working two fashion. One is a code based. The first pass, when an announcement is created, I'm trying to see that the announcement detail has come out, has the right information. So which I told you about the flight details or the destination or the time. The second part is a LLM as a judge, so where you are using LLM to judge the announcement has the right sort of quality. So basically how the Promptfoo work, before you enable Promptfoo, there is a set of checklist need to be enabled. So which I mentioned in my setup checklist.nd, you can follow to that. So of course I'm in this case I'm doing Nova Lite and Claude 3 Haiku, so these are need to enable as I'm doing it from my AWS AWS account. So this need to be, if you are going through the same thing, so you need to also do like enable of that. And for to make the Promptfoo work, you need to have the Node.js installed and a Promptfoo CLI need to be installed. So once this is everything installed, so you can clearly can execute my program in terms of executing it. So in this case, I already shown you this flight called the CSV file, which has the detail of the data, so which already being supplied part of my repo directory. And there is a working config.yaml, so which is basically you can create as per your naming the config file, which will go to the Promptfoo, in terms of the things you are trying to do. So let me explain you what I am trying to do in this case, in my case. So in this case, we know that we are like evaluating these two models. So I've given a prompts. You can also increase your number of prompts also. If you want to do more prompts, that's well possible, exactly. And in this case, I'm just creating a, like a, for demonstration purpose, a basic announcement. So create a like a short airline like announcement, and based on this, the details whatever I'm trying to give it to that. So this is the prompt I'm trying to do it. And the provider section is basically what are the LLMs I have used to create it. So these are the some of the configs I have used. Like in this case, I have enabled it in the US East 1 zone at some temperature. You can, if you want, you can change this. And also let's say that you want to do more sort of LLMs, you can either can add it there or can change as per your requirement. So the test, I'm giving this CSV file as an input which need to be evaluated. And this section of the default test, once the LLM has produced the responses, you can start doing some of the the test cases which you want to evaluate it. For example, one of the test case, I'm trying to see the length check. Like what's the length is coming, is the right, like, you know, in this case I'm trying to see that like it's a 20, the minimum should be 20, or maximum I'm trying to see that within 500. So similar way, when the announcement has come, I'm also trying to check the flight information is right, the destination information is right. If you want, you can extend, you can add more use cases here. So this part, as I said, that I'm just doing a code based evaluation. So where I'm trying to see that the information what comes out of it has the right accuracy information. The other thing what I'm also trying to see that the tone, for example, I shown in my CSV file, one of the column is called status beat, that could be possibility that in some of the time it is on time or some of the time it is delayed. So how the announcement is coming, that has a like a professional courteous tone, like right sort of communication is happening, so it will not create any ambiguity, right sort of empathetic to the passenger concern, so who are the kind of thing. And to evaluate that the response, I'm using the Nova Pro, which already I saw it to kind of thing. So this is the prompt I have given, that you are evaluating this announcement for the tone and quality. Flight status is, I'm given the flight status, passenger sentiment. So these are the two sentiments I'm giving. So this is also there in my like the CSV file, these two columns I'm trying to give it. So what's the announcement has come, and given some scoring factor if it is a really good, trying to give it. So whatever the output is coming out of this two model, it will be stored in my output directory, as well as also it will be stored in a Promptfoo like HTML format. There are different format they also support, so which can be easily shared with some of the external people just to review what are the things are coming and which is the doing a better performance in terms of doing that. So let me just, in my use case, as I shown that I've explained the code and things. So let me just like the Promptfoo command, I'm saying that this working config file, whatever I'm trying to show you, I'm giving as an input, and you have seen the data and everything I've given. Let me try to execute it. Okay, so basically what happened, like in this case, like the CSV file, I'm trying to show you that, like, you know, it has a like a 20 set of data, but I'm also evaluating with two modules. So like you might have seen, like, you know, it might be saying 40 total test cases is trying to execute, and once it get executed, we'll also see how it is the results. We can show it either in the file where it's stored, or else we can also, I'll show you another part where like, you know, these values I've given, like say true, so which is basically going and sharing with the Promptfoo site. So now like I can see there is a summary has come in, like, you know, what's the evaluation, so total how many tokens it has used, how many prompts, what are the provider like breakdowns, like each of the, like when what's and Claude 3 ICO has how many requests within how many prompts, like the tokens it has used, like, you know, all these details you can see it. Let me also go and show it in a much a nicer version. As I showed that, you can go to your Promptfoo, you can create your own account, and it has give some tokens which you can enable in your kind of thing. So let me just so I can see this. This is the last use case I have executed. So time is 13:13. When I executed, I'll see it. So these are the values I have tried to give to the LLM, so kind of thing, and it will try to show it. Some of the things I told you, like what's the status, passenger sentiment, these are the input I've given back to the prompt, and can see it. For example, this is output. Let me just go a little further this side. Yeah. So Nova Light and Claude 3 Haiku, how the response is coming. So it is given like a overall summary. So what is the flight information present, like that's one of the factor we are checking. It's 100% length check is all passed, like it's the limit whatever you given. Tone quality, it has given some of the calculation based on what we provided and the calculation thing. So for example, like in this case, these are the information is given. So we're coming attention, please, like flight number, this thing is on time and kind of thing. So you can also see what the haiku is giving in this case. So like as I say that this is just a like very basic use case I've shown it to you. You can extend it to more other complicated use case what you are trying to do it for a business use case. So as I said that I have already given the GitHub repo and all related codes and things here. You can give a try on your own and try to see that anything. So hopefully you might have enjoyed today's video. Thanks for watching.